Hey guys, this is Mr. Wulfy, and this is the code that was at the end of the last video, and it's the code you get for getting the 100% completion. And well, it's not actually 100%. 100% will be beating it in the way we're about to beat it, but this takes you to a version of the game that is as though you have every single possible item, and you'll notice that everything is here that has always been here, or that opened up, and we can go back to the Coliseum. But there's this place up in the top right corner there. That is the optional true final boss of the game, and it is a serious bother. So we're going to stock up on some potions because we're going to need a full load of ginsengs here for this to even work. But if you look at your menu, or if I look at the menu, you can see that we have every item, and we even have this Crest slot filled up that we didn't earlier. What could it possibly be? It says the identity is the identify whatever is Ultimate Gargoyle. So we pretty much look like, the legendary gargoyle, except we're a different color scheme. A pretty cool purple and blue color scheme, I'm not gonna lie. What can the Ultimate Gargoyle do? Well, the Ultimate Gargoyle can do everything. Every single ability that is in the game, the Ultimate Gargoyle is capable of. He has a very powerful attack that is roughly the same power as the Time Crest, I believe. I don't think there's much difference. And I need some money for this, by the way, so. And he also has this added ability where if you hold it down, you can charge up much like Mega Man and shoot a big ball of triple energy. Let's see what this guy has to say about it. Hey, you're the one that defeated Phalanx. Oh, you methinks. I didn't like the laws and stuff. I like sitting by the fountain in the middle of town and doing nothing all my life. Yeah, demons shouldn't rule anything, I guess. Except we gotta beat the guy that's like the true ruler of everything here. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is off screen I'm going to farm a lot of money and stock up on ginseng potions because I'm gonna need this fight, guys. I can't stress enough how tough this final boss is, but we're gonna try really hard to get it done tonight on this video. And it shouldn't be. I've done it several times before, and it's really not as hard as you think it is when you're first playing it. Like, I don't know, it's one of those things that's kind of like something from Dark Souls. Once you get the patterns right and figure everything out, the boss itself isn't that bad. It's just you gotta do things very, very correctly, or it's just, you're done. And there's no mistakes that can be made, really. But anyway, we'll get back to this in a minute after I get enough money. Well, first off, actually, no, I don't care what you guys say. We're gonna go look at this guy, because we never did go in here and talk to this guy about the talismans. So, let's at least chit-chat with him a little bit. So, whichever talisman you have selected, he discusses with you in detail, telling you its abilities and its weaknesses. And that's all he really does. He says something different for everyone. But anyway, we already know what they do, so there's no reason to really talk to him about it. So we're going to do the farming thing, and I will get back to you guys shortly. Hey guys, and we're back. Well, we filled up on ginsengs. I'm not going to worry about the spells. There's just not really any reason to. I mean, I could show you what they all do. And I guess, well, since we're here, we're going to actually go and talk to these guys and see what all they can. Okay, your urn is already full. No, well, screw you then. Okay, anyway, I was going to see what all the potions can do. But we'll talk to the guy that sells the spells, and I'll show you what the spells can do. Or I'll tell you. Shadow, barrier of darkness will surround and protect you. All it does is protect you from one hit, and it's not really even a good, it doesn't affect everything in that way. Now, hold works on only enemies that are like small, basic enemies. so it isn't very effective either. Imp is probably the best overall spell. You have to keep him paid, but he attacks enemies on the screen for you, so he's kind of helpful in that regard. Shock is like an earthquake. Anything on the ground dies. I tried to buy it. Luckily, I don't have enough money. And then Death just kills anything on the screen, and it does significant damage to bosses. But really, it's not worth the effort, especially here. This boss, I don't think Death even affects him at all. I may be wrong. Shoot, watch me like not know what I'm talking about, and it be like his weakness. But anyway, we're going to. I'm going to show you one other cool thing. In this mode, the bosses are back, and you can fight them anytime you want to. Oh yeah, and I can breathe underwater. The ultimate gargoyle is pretty awesome. It's got a little bit of everything. I'm going to use the Fang talisman also, at least for a little bit, because I did a little more research and I never really embraced it. But the Fang talisman's ability, it pretty much doubles the damage output you do, which is fantastic if you think about it. I mean, if you want to avoid getting hit anyway, which it's gonna be real hard to avoid getting hit by this boss, but I need to try anyway because he's a complete beast. Then, you know, doing that extra damage is gonna be certainly useful. So we're just gonna embrace our normal 2 times defense and not pump it to 4 times. And we're just gonna slam into the bad guy and just hit him with everything we got and hope it kills him fast. You know, that kind of thing. With the ginsengs we got, and I mean, it wouldn't be that big a deal just to go refarm and start over, but I don't want to do it while I'm recording. So anyway, I'm just gonna show you how OP this form is. Like, what was that? 4 hits? 4 hits killed that guy. Of course, I had Fang on, so I'm beast. Anyway. You can go back and fight any enemy any amount of times you want. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. You can go beat the crap out of Phalanx with the Heaven Crest, which is pretty sweet. Like, the fight's not that hard at all. But what we're going to do is go back here. Or go here. And guys, I'm going to have to cut my voice out during this because I can't concentrate and fight this guy. This is some serious boss OP-ness. Like, I say penis. Boss overpoweredness. He's just, there's no words to describe just how frustratingly hard this guy's about to be. Come on. Okay, so while underwater you can hold down the ability button and do similar things to what you could do with that title gargoyle. But anyway, once we go in here, guys, this guy has 2 forms and he switches between them randomly. One form is a big thing that flies around and you can only hit it really in one spot. And the other is a form that just appears in the middle of the screen. And you can hit it several times, but he's just, the amount of stuff he does to attack you is insane. So this is going to be a long, arduous fight, so sit back and be ready. It's exciting, that's for sure. Okay guys, I have a confession to make. I totally got wiped and lost all my ginsengs because like I was probably really close to beating him and just died, and well, we're going to go try again. So same spiel as last time. Let's do this. Ah, I did it! Get wrecked, son! Get wrecked! That was arduous, guys. Whew. We killed the Dark Demon. And as such, we defeated this game in its totality. I don't know if you noticed, but I was totally swapping the talismans at opportune times, and I actually read that on a FAQ, and if I can find it, I'll send the link to the FAQ in the... I don't know, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm kind of ditzy because I was really focused on that fight. Anyway, what was I trying to say even? Oh, anyway, the whole swapping back and forth was useful because times I know I'm going to get hit, I go ahead and use the armor talisman, and then when I know I can get easy hits, I was switching over to the Fang to do double damage. So it was like, duh, why wasn't I doing this before? Anyway, Firebrand has like all the power in the friggin' universe at this point because he has every crest, including the special Crest of Infinity that the Dark Demon possessed. And he realizes that it wasn't ever the power that was the point. He didn't really desire the power, per se. All he really wanted was, at one point, revenge. But also, he wanted the chance to, it's kind of like Dragon Ball Z, actually fight people and creatures of his power level and defeat them. And since nobody is even close to his power at this point, we've killed everything that could stand against us, he just throws the crests away. How interesting is that? I actually found that pretty unique. And the ending from now on is pretty much the same as it has been. I don't know. There's some slight changes depending on which crests were used and that thing. I don't know. I don't know how they figure into all this. There's all kinds of different ways to see the credits. I guess it depends on which bosses you fight throughout their normal game and everything. I noticed that you're actually looking at some cool things that the crests themselves can do this time. Didn't see that coming, did you? So you can see, I guess, higher level tactics with the crest powers themselves. Kind of neat. The Earth Gargoyle is always pretty cool. I mean, look at the whole slide jump thing is very reminiscent of Mega Man. But at the same time, it's got its own kind of cool feel to it in this world that they've got designed. The backgrounds in this game are phenomenal. Like the artwork and the level design is just really neat. No, SNES, they really scaled things up with the SNES. It's like the best system ever, in my opinion. I mean, it's just so much good stuff on it. And of course, there was some really bad games. And all these people that say, oh, all these people that only like retro games, they forget all the really terrible games too. It's like, yeah, there was some terrible games, but proportionately, more games that came out were good in the sense that they had replayability and character than a lot of today's this game is good, this game is bad games. You know, I don't let any review dictate my enjoyment of a game, and I certainly don't listen to the fan bases of games because they never know what the heck they're talking about. They're like, oh, this is the greatest game of all time I've ever played, and if you don't like it, you're crazy. It's like, really? It's really that good? Really? I thought it sucked. And then you get destroyed verbally on friggin' forum. So you just screw this kind of stuff. I play games that I like, and I don't really care if you don't like my opinion about games. And I will tell you straight up what I think about games, especially nowadays. But I'll take it to a game-by-game basis. I won't generalize. Because there are definitely some games out there that are very good. And so the beat goes on, and we have a cool ending. I'm just really burning some time because the actual ending is pretty. It has like a little new thing that's pretty neat, and I want to show it to you guys. But I do also like seeing the little displays of what the crest powers can do. It's kind of cool looking and epic. Sorry guys, I was feeding my dragons whilst the video was playing. You can headbutt the mirror or the glass in the cathedral? I never knew that. I never saw a reason to, so I just never did. It makes sense though. Duh, I'm stupid. Oh yeah, I made it to level 17. Now I have access to all these other dragons I couldn't get. And there's some cool ones. I totally want this mushroom dragon. I can upgrade my magic habitat. That's some cool stuff, bro. Some cool stuff. So be sure to, in the comments, tell me what you thought of this game. You can find emulators for it fairly easily, and I've tried several and they all seem to work. You know, they save properly. The sound is good. The sound in this game is, you know, one of its top-notch features. So you don't want to get a game that's, you know, got goofy, messed up chiptunes and things. But this is, once again, an actual hard copy of the game, and it's very rare. It's one of the rarest Super Nintendo games. It's in the top 10. I can't remember the exact number it is, but it's really hard to find, and on eBay they run around $100. I bought this copy for like $90 and got a cool little authentic case thing that's kind of like the cases in, you know, back in the day when you could actually rent video games from video stores, which was fantastic, and I really freaking missed that. But it's got a case. It's kind of like those that used to be on the shelves, so that was neat that that's available. And you can might just send a link to the eBay of the people that sell those things, because they sell just about every Super Nintendo and Sega and everything, N64, all those games. They got cases for all of them, and they're very affordable. But anyway, guys, the ending is about here, and here we go. Actually, waha! So because we beat the game officially, we get a cool little ending screen. The end. It's actually one of the backgrounds I cycle on my computer. For my desktop. It's beautiful, isn't it? Music's beautiful. Everything's beautiful. Life is beautiful. Life. So anyway, guys, I am so glad you were here to enjoy this series. It was a pretty quick little series. I mean, the videos were kind of long at each other, but I don't really know what I'm going to play next, but it's going to be something else retro, because that's just how I roll. And I hope to see you there, because we have lots of fun. Peace out. Love you guys. This has been Mr. Wulfy. Oh, that dude's head was full of friggin' money.